Oh, capture one of the enemy commanders and bring him to me. Consider it done, because I will be heading after this guy. Am I delusional, or did he just run right into us? Hello and welcome back to the last days and Manfield's adventures. And, well, when we left off, we actually gained a level, so I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do here. I'm thinking, I actually don't know. I'm thinking maybe Power Strike, maybe Shield, maybe Athletics, something like that is probably going to be quite advisable. I mean, I'm also thinking, hey, you know, we've got an attribute point. We might want to spend something with that as well. And I'm thinking probably Strength at this point, because generally you are going to be able to get additional army capacity by just ranking up in your faction. And that's it. That's all you need to do, really. You just need to rank up. So you just need to continue doing battles after battles after battles, helping people, doing tasks for them, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to go for another point in strength, because we have 7 in mounted archery right now, 7 in riding skill, which I think is pretty good. Obviously, some of that is due to magical items. Some of that is due to the Orc Brew, and so on. So we've got to be a little bit careful about that. And I'm thinking we'll go for shields. Yeah, should I? Or should I go for Power Strike? Here's the thing. Shield is going to only really be that useful in a siege. And there are not that many sieges going on in the last days. I mean, yeah, you know, there will be eventually where there's going to be a siege almost every few days, but in the early stages, it's not really going to be that important. But I felt like initially it was going to be a good idea to get some additional defense, and that's exactly why we have 3 in shield at the moment. So I'm thinking maybe we want to go for a little bit more offense now, so going for some Power Strike might actually make a little bit more of a difference. Also, inventory management is definitely something that I'm kind of, I don't know, I think it's kind of useless personally. I mean, I've always said in the past that it's a good idea to go for that if you're like hurting for money or something like that in Warband, but generally I'm not hurting for money, as you can quite clearly tell. At least with Rune, I have 24,000 and I have these units, so you can quite clearly tell that we're doing pretty fine. We're okay, you know, we're absolutely fine there. So otherwise, what can we do? Well, I do have a quest, you see. I do have a quest to go and speak to Kusalak. But unfortunately, it appears as though Kusalak has been defeated. I believe he was defeated relatively recently. So I'm actually wondering whether I would like to go to the stash. Oh, they share stashes. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, you could see there that I actually sold a couple of the good quality metal scraps. I'm keeping 10, I believe. I'm keeping 10 good quality metal scraps because I thought it was getting a bit ridiculous with the amount of scraps that I have. So I thought, okay, let's just keep a decent amount. I think someone also mentioned that too. So should I hunt down the goblins? Sure. Okay. Are these? Oh, these are these guys. Okay, that's absolutely fine. I'm happy with that because I was actually a bit worried that I have to go in at night to fight, you know, fight some goblins in the streets or something like that, which is not something that I terribly desperately want to do, because every single time we have one of those missions, it always results in me literally running around for 20 minutes trying to find these blasted fellows as they hide from me or generally get bugged out behind some kind of environmental object. But thankfully, that is not the case here, and I can pretty much just relax and do some damage. Oh yes, it seems like most of my people are perfectly fine. Who is that, by the way? Who is this? Your mount is scared by the troll. Oh, we have a... what? There's a troll? But you can master it. Wait a minute. How do I master it? Is there anything... Is there something I can do with this troll? Oh, okay. Never mind. It's a wild cave troll. I'm actually not entirely sure. Is there something that I can do with that? Is there like a button that I can press or something? I'm actually not entirely sure about that. Anyway, someone actually mentioned that if I wanted to get the butcher trait, which I do appreciate, by the way, I appreciate you letting me know about these various traits and things like that, because I still haven't looked at the wiki. I believe there is a wiki available, and it does tell you where to find all of those, you know, all of the goals and objectives that you need to be able to unlock and indeed gain those various traits. And those traits are super, super useful, by the way. They are really useful. Some of them are just fantastic. Anyway, there's another, 38 rank points. And we've also gained a little bit of faction strength. Anything more? Oh, do you need food? How much? 12. Do you need food? Yes, 12. No, I'm sorry. I don't really want to give you food. I mean, yes, I'm happy to give you food, but in general, I'm kind of not doing very well on food myself. But yeah. Anyway, the way that we unlock the butcher trait, apparently, I think I unlocked this once before, but apparently what I can do is I can go into my prisoners review screen, which is what this is right here, and I can go and speak to them. And if I speak to them and then slaughter them, apparently that can contribute to gaining the butcher trait, which is obviously going to be something that I would very much like to get, because all traits mostly are pretty good. Okay, you happen to be our next dinner. Slaughter him for fresh human meat. Boom. You're dead, sir. Alright. Yeah, bear in mind that I'm not actually going to be eating this human meat, because, let's face it, we've found out that it is actually not useful for me to do that. But if I speak to all of them, and I actually do this, instead of literally just speaking to them immediately, and, well, not speaking to them, but instead of just shooting them immediately, should I say, then that is a lot easier, and yeah, then it's going to be, yeah, pretty simple for us to get that trait. I don't even know how many I need to do, really, but let's just see if I can. I mean, I used to do this a huge amount, by the way, on my Uruk, and that's probably the reason why why I got the trait on that guy, because, let's face it, your services are now more urgent than back home in EREBOR than here with me. What? What? Why is he calling me commander? Are you serious right here? That is hilarious. He's an enemy. Why is he? Why, that's kind of weird. Apparently, you're not able to slaughter dwarves for their meat, I guess. That's probably the reason. Okay. Well, thankfully, there we go. We're done. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get that. But I'm going to be selling all of this, because this is actually not going to work for us at all. I have some fresh beef right there as well, which is actually quite nice. And otherwise, I'm going to sell the Balanced Evil Mace too, even though it is capable of taking pretty good prisoners. But I'm pretty happy with how many prisoners we're able to take as it is. So it's not really that big a deal to me. Alright. So the best thing that I can do right now is probably try and patrol around Dale a little bit. Because as you can see, we do have a couple of people around there that might be, you know, coming out soon. And I wouldn't mind that. I would like to be able to murder them as fast as possible. And we've got to be on the lookout for any additional sieges that are going on as well. There are pretty strong garrisons at each of these places, so you are going to need a couple of assistants to actually help you with that particular action. So hopefully we will be able to see one of those. Ah, Rivendell Camp has actually become under siege. What? Really? I think that might be a little bit... what? Do I not have Orc Brew? Oh, apparently I don't. Huh. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, yeah, so West Emnet has also been besieged. Where is West Emnet? That's all the way down here, isn't it? Yeah, that's way too far. So I'm going to go to Rivendell Camp and see if I can help out Moria a little bit. They are going to need assistance. You can mark my words, in about, let's say 5 seconds, you're going to see Moria and their vassals get absolutely murdered. What do you bet? Do you bet that's going to happen? Because I think that they're not that good at what they do without having some kind of assistance. And so, oh, it's no longer under siege. Well, that's kind of unfortunate, isn't it? I actually really hoped that we'd be able to do something there, but maybe there is a very strong vassal nearby which we might be able to do battle with. Oh, these guys are all... Wow. Oh, there's literally no one in here? Look at that. There's only 250. I guess it's because they're elves. Woodsman Village has now been besieged, which is fantastic. We're pretty close by to that. I just wanted to go over here and see if there are any opponents trying to do something with Moria. No, it doesn't seem like it. Okay, well, that's interesting. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to go back to Woodsman Village then. I really wanted to try and... get into a bit of a battle there. Wait a minute. Troll Cave has been besieged by Celeborn. Okay, I'm going to have to go over there and see what's going on there. Because it looks to me like the people at Woodsman Village are potentially getting murdered anyway. So let's see what's going on. Oh, hello there. Oh, this is perfect. Absolutely perfect timing. And we are going to be able to assist Moria in their attack against Celeborn. Bear in mind that they're probably going to lose this. That is just how much of a disparity there is between elves and orcs and goblins. Because, well, quite frankly, orcs and goblins are pretty much the fodder of the mod. They are really the fodder of the mod. That's exactly the reason why the developers, you know, obviously planned for that. And as a result, you know what they did? They made it so that every single orc takes up, like, I don't even know, 0.25 of an army capacity point. So basically you can have like 4 orcs for every 1 elf. That's pretty much how it works, although that is definitely not accurate in terms of the value that they've used. But generally it is accurate in terms of, you know, what they tend to do. They also increase your army capacity rather considerably every single time you take an orc or something like that. So there's also that. Okay, so I think, you know what, actually, I'm not going to tell my guys to charge in yet. I'm going to tell them to come over here. Shall we tell them to charge in now, actually? I got to be a bit careful here. Oh, we're hitting people. That's actually pretty fantastic. Come on, goblins. Come on. Can you do something a little bit better than this? They're so feeble, aren't they? Just look at them. They are absolutely getting massacred. And there's nothing we can really do about it. They literally are just getting murdered in every sense of the word. Okay, I'm trying to, like, interrupt them here. That's pretty much all I'm trying to do right now. Just trying to interrupt them, trying to run into their lines, trying not to get killed myself, which is pretty hard, by the way. Pretty hard for me to try and do this. And I'm putting my whole army on the line, pretty much, for these Moria goblins, which is really not the best idea. It is not the best idea. But running this interference has now caused a bit of change in the battle, a swing in our favor, and that means that the enemy now has a bunch of goblins in amongst their ranks, and that's exactly what we want. We want them to suffer at the hands of the Moria goblins and denizens and so on. And there you go, that's it. Okay, so we actually lost no one. Okay, I'm pretty pleasantly surprised about that. I thought to myself, okay, we're going to lose people no matter what here, but apparently we didn't. But look at this. Just 52, really? Well, not that pleased. Not that pleased about that, actually. I thought we would be getting much more than that, because I personally feel like they were going to lose. I think they were going to lose pretty dramatically, but maybe I don't know, maybe I misunderstood or kind of misinterpreted the information that I was seeing in front of me. But personally, anytime I see Moria in a in a fight, I always think to myself, okay, they're going to lose this, because generally in the past, I've always thought of Moria as a pretty weak force in the last days, and I haven't really had to do too much to beat them in the past, because with elves, you basically don't need anything. You can pretty much just go like, oh, I'm an elf, okay, we're going to shoot this bow from, 10,000 miles away, and all of a sudden, boom, everyone's dead. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. So it really makes a huge difference to, assist them here and there wherever we possibly can, and try to prevent them from losing any additional faction strength. Usually Moria is one of the first factions to fall. That's the reason why I kind of prioritized going there over something else. Lady Galadriel actually has a host? Really? That is actually quite interesting. I'm not entirely sure if she had a host in previous versions. But that's actually really cool. I don't know whether she can be attacked though, that's the thing. I don't think she can be, personally. Anyway, Woodsman Village is now no longer having any kind of siege. So I'm thinking we're gonna stick around here a little bit more. I don't want to fight in the forest itself. So if I can, I'd like to ambush some people. Woodland Realm is now weakened. That's fantastic. Oh, hello there, Orofin. Ah, you're being slowed, sir. Perfect. Ah. Maybe not perfect. Okay, I'm going to have to disengage it. Oh, Dunedain Scouts. They only have 4, so that's not actually anything to worry about. Ah, it's this battlefield. All right. Yeah, I think this should be absolutely fine. Bear in mind that this battlefield is probably one of the best for us, with the exception of the open plains one. Because open plains, I mean, anytime you can get flat battlefield with horse archers or cavalry in general, you're going to have an absolutely fantastic time. And this is no exception. So let's see if we can maybe do some damage here. Nice little bit of damage initially. My mount charging in right there, doing a little bit of damage on top of my archery. And wow, my guys literally just charging straight on in here. I don't think they can do much. I think they literally are just completely... well, not outnumbered, so to speak, but they are definitely having some problems with the amount of cavalry we have at our disposal. And it's actually quite nice to fight Warband AI again, because Warband AI, when it comes to combat, they can be supernaturally good sometimes, but most of the time they are going to do this, where they're going to act much more like human opponents than Bannerlord's AI, because Bannerlord's AI is very much how do I quantify this, or how do I explain it, or should we say describe the feeling that you get when you fight Bannerlord AI at high combat settings? Well, basically how it is that when you try and go for any kind of attack, Bannerlord AI has some kind of weird skill where they're able to just turn around immediately and block whatever is coming towards them, whether that be from behind them, or whether that be from the side or in front or whatever. It doesn't matter. They're going to turn around immediately and block whatever is coming at them. Whereas Warband, they don't do that. They're a little bit more human-like. They generally tend to be a little bit more natural in the way that they fight, and I like that a great deal. I really do. I think that is that is actually pretty awesome, because in these kinds of situations, just think about this. You have a massive amount of cavalry coming at you. Let's say you're one of the Lothlorien elves here. You have so much cavalry from Rune coming at you at that time, and you're thinking, oh, wow, okay, yeah, I'm an elf, you know, I've got a good amount of skills, I should be able to pay the bills with my archery, and then you start firing, and then the cavalry is upon you, and you think, wow, there's a lot of cavalry here. What am I supposed to do? There's Lord Elrond. Got to be a bit careful of him. I would like to fight Haldir if at all possible. He's actually accompanying... what? Are you serious right now? Really? Huh. Well, my metaphor was kind of lost there, but generally, they're just going to act more like real people. That's what I wanted to say. Anyway, I have no idea how these guys were able to get into this battle with this patrol, because this patrol was very far away from them. So I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to leave some troops behind. I'm going to have to leave 23 troops behind, which is really not something I wanted to do, but just look at how far away they were. They were at least around here. I'm not entirely sure how that was able to happen. Wait a minute. Can I go back here and actually help out? I can. Oh, now that is hilarious. Okay. Let's help out. Let's help my own troops. Okay, that is actually super funny. Anyway, yeah, so as I was saying, it's really I don't know why that happened. I really have no idea why that happened, because usually those kinds of distances will not be giving any kind of reinforcement whatsoever. I have no idea. That was very strange. Maybe they have some kind of skill that improves their reinforcement area or something like that, because I know that I think there is like a trait or maybe a skill that does do something like that. Oh well, never mind. There you go. We were able to get oh. Okay, this is actually fantastic. We literally just get to rescue all of the people that we just helped. Basically, all the people that I had in my party beforehand. That is actually fantastic. All right, great. I'm glad that I went back. Okay, yeah, so these guys are literally just hanging around here now. I'm not entirely sure what they're intending to do, but personally, I feel like I might be able to even tackle Lord Elrond at this point. I think I might be able to deal with him. It really depends on his composition, of course, but I'd love to be able to get into a battle or something with some of these elves. The Woodland Realm is now fair again. Yeah, Celeborn has... Wow, look at him. He's literally just got 145 units back already. I guess that's what happens when the campaign AI is so high. Anyway, we're going to be making our way over to the Woodland Realm, I think. Oh, it seems like Master Furna was actually defeated. I'm actually unsure why that is. Let me actually take a look. Maybe I can find out where he is. Where is he? Okay, so Master Furna, he's around here. There we go. He was close to Karas. Oh, that's a report is 16 days old. Yeah, that's never going to work. So, yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, I'd like to do a little bit more damage against Mirkwood. I mean, as I said, I was actually hoping that I could help Moria a little bit against those elves, but they seem to be, well, they seem to be quite harsh. They seem to be quite harsh. They're running around with some very large parties at the moment. There's this guy. We can try to avoid him. He's only got 91. I should be able to defeat him, actually. I mean, if you think about it, I should be able to do that, considering I have such good units at the moment. And these guys continue leveling up into warlords and so on. And they're going to be very, very difficult to deal with. Yeah, Iron Hill's Quarry has now been besieged by Jarl Helkaroth. That's fantastic. Okay, let's have a look what's going on here. Gladve Thor is here. Is he going to come out and try and attack me? I mean, this would be the best opportunity he would have. Master Bolg the Lesser... Yeah, now this is what's going to happen now. Moria is all going to be defeated in battle because, I mean, of course they are, you know. Elves and everything, they're just very good. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Come on now. There's Muriel there. Okay, Iron Hill's Quarry. I'd like to go and try and assist our friend. Ooh, yeah. This is fantastic. Okay, he is more than likely going to be going in here. Kusalak is also here, so I can actually speak to him. There you go. There's 57 rank points. We gain level 16, which is great too. And what about tasks? There's a scout camp nearby. Destroy the scout camp. Where's that? Oh, right there. Okay, easy, easy. Okay, so I'm going to actually speak to Jarl Helkaroth as well, because he might need some... 5 enemy prisoners. Sure, I'm actually unsure whether I have 5 enemies. No, I've got 4. Oh, well. Yes, I just need 1. Isn't that fantastic? Okay, what about Brodder here? Let's speak to him as well. No, I'm not going to be doing the forager parties, as I said before. That is kind of a bit tedious. Okay, what else? Hunt him down and execute the law. Yeah, I'm also not going to be doing those kinds of things. But I am going to be destroying that scout camp. Hopefully these guys will persist with their attack against Iron Hill's Quarry, because I would love to be able to participate with that, you know, in that with them. Because I personally feel like I have a much greater chance of being able to actually do something this time around. Because the last time we did a siege was at Esgaroth, and I wasn't really capable of doing that much, unfortunately, because, well, my skills are pretty low. And, well, I didn't have much of anything to really contribute. Nice. Take out those archers. These two-handed weapon users are annoying. And hopefully I'm going to be able to... Oh, wow. He was knocked unconscious just by 2 damage. That's hilarious. Oh, yeah. These... What? Are you serious right now? Are we... Are we literally being murdered? Yes, because these guys are all standing around here doing nothing. That is great. That is so incredibly fantastic. I'm extremely pleased. Not. Okay, here we go. Now they're doing things. Okay, wait a minute, guys. Come on, follow me now. If I tell them to charge, they're not going to do anything. But if I tell them to follow me, they might come around the environment. This is also one of the main problems with Warband. You know, me saying that I was pretty happy to be fighting Warband AI again because they act much more naturally. Well, this is also the other side of the coin, so to speak. They do generally tend to be a little bit stupid when it comes to pathing issues and being able to get around certain obstacles. Okay, let's just try and murder this guy. Thank you. And take him out as well. Manfilth is getting many kills. Fantastic. Okay, so are my guys actually going to start firing at them? Because they're right there, guys. Yeah, this is hilarious. If I get killed now, I will be livid. Just so you know, guys. There's no cupcakes for you after this. There we go. Murder him. Murder. Yes. There we are. Don't get killed now, Manfilth. There we are. Alright. I think we're good. Aren't we? No, there's one more. Look at him. You see that guy right there? Look at him. He's right there, just standing between the... standing between the tents. Ah, that is hilarious. That's such a classic, isn't it? Okay, there we go. We actually managed to do it. That's fantastic. So now I can make my way over here. I did level up as well, by the way. So let's get another point in strength, another point in power draw, because obviously I want to be the best horse archer that we can possibly be. And I think they're actually... Oh, they're fighting the main guy, or one of the main guys. So let's head in there. 470... Wow. That's an extremely large army that Rune has available to them. Wow, I'm not surprised that they're going for this siege, to be honest. I feel like this siege is basically a default behavior. They need to do this. And it's going to be very, very easy for them to take it. Or at least I think so. Even if I were not to help them, they would probably be able to take it. If they are not attacked by anyone, that is. If they are attacked by some people, then they might have some issues. But for the most part, it's going to be pretty easy for them. Ooh, these dwarves are really hard, as you can quite clearly tell. I just did 65 damage to one of them, and they did not go down. So that's also something to bear in mind. Nice. Can I get some more kills, though? Can I get some more? I would like some more, please. Nice. Okay, no more kills, but I am getting a little bit of, well, maybe weapon proficiency, question mark? I don't... No. Not like this. Not like this, thank you very much. Okay, yeah. I don't mind getting a headshot and then dying in one hit, because I think, you know, okay, sure, you got a headshot, that's fine. It's realistic for me to be killed instantly, even though it is frustrating, but generally I don't want to get pecked to death, you know. I don't want, you know, death of 1,000 cuts or anything like that. I think that would be much more annoying. So anyway, there you go. That is indeed that. We lost one noble rider, and we did lose a couple of allied casualties, but obviously we don't really have to worry about anything here. And there's Kusalak giving us a little bit of a pep talk right there, and we did capture more prisoners, which is absolutely great, because now I can actually speak to Jarl Helkaroth, and we have nothing more to eat. Oh, that's great. Okay. I brought you 8 prisoners in case 5 is not enough. There we go. Alright, so can I... there's nothing else that I can get. Ah, well, never mind. That is not something that I really care about too much, because I think we did get some of the most important items. And now we're going to see what happens at Iron Hills Quarry. Rune is now strong. Look at that. Ooh, I'm liking that. I am liking that a lot. And wait a minute. Oh dear. We have a bit of an issue. Oh, what are these guys doing? Why are you fighting this caravan? Alright, so I just went in for an auto-resolve against this particular caravan. We lost 1 unit or something along those lines. And we're also just going to, take another bunch of prisoners here, even though the prisoners don't really matter. Ooh, nice. Look at that. We actually did get a little bit of meat, which is actually quite useful because I do need some food. And we are now having a massive battle on our hands. Oh, what? They've split their forces. Oh, that's actually pretty bad. Oh dear. Oh, never mind. There we are. They actually realized, and then they left the siege to help out their liege. Oh, look at that. I'm rhyming. Who would have thought it? Oh, this King Thranduil. Ooh. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I am not sure what I should do right now. Okay. I know what I'm going to do. First off, we're going to be charging against King Brand. We're just going to literally go super aggressive, because that's what Rune likes to do. They like to just go super aggressive, super aggro, go right at them, and literally try and take out as many of them as we can possibly do. And then, hopefully, at the end of the battle, we will either... We have two options. We will either be going in for the siege, or we will go and try and pursue King Thranduil. And hopefully we'll be able to do that, because I think personally I might even be able to tackle him myself. I think I might have enough strength to be able to deal with him one-on-one. Obviously, this is very much on an even keel, or even with him having a little bit extra units. What? No, no, no. I'm getting attacked. What? How dare you? There we go. Dale apparently has a couple of cavalry. I usually don't expect cavalry from Dale. That's the reason why I got taken unawares there, but thankfully we're still alive, which is all that really matters. Let's murder some of these fellows. Ooh, think I almost just died right there. Almost. That was really, really close right there. Is that a Dale guy? Yep, it is. It is. I dealt some damage to him, but I took out his horse, which I suppose is good enough. And do I need to rally? No, you do not need to rally your troops. Okay. Whew. I was a little bit worried there for a second. I mean, I think personally we should be absolutely fine in this particular battle, but you never know, you know. There's always that opportunity or that chance that you will get eliminated, and then your forces will all just randomly do bad things. But thankfully we don't have any kind of auto-delegation here either. There's no auto-delegate. If you're used to Bannerlord, there is no auto-delegate in Warband. They are just going to remember the last command that you gave them, and then they will do that, which in some cases is pretty awful, because sometimes you have kept them at a hold position or something like that, and then all of a sudden you're dead, and all of your guys are infantry, and they're up against archers. Yeah, I've had that happen to me in the past, and we certainly don't want to speak of it any further, because that is an absolutely uncomfortable and embarrassing situation at the same time. Yeah, it's great. It's absolutely fantastic. Anyway, we lost 4 of these horse archers, which is not that bad. And we eliminated the entirety of the Bard's forces, or shall we say of Dale's forces, because technically Bard is there. And obviously King Brand is also there. So that's interesting. Okay, so let's take a couple more good quality metal scraps, because I'm obviously going to be going and selling these. And we also, I would love to be able to fight King Thranduil. Maybe I can I chase him? No, they apparently don't want to fight him. Well, that is somewhat unfortunate, I suppose. Let's speak to this guy, see if he has any more tasks for me. Oh, capture one of the enemy commanders and bring him to me. Yes, consider it done, sir. Consider it done, because I will be heading after this guy. Am I delusional? Am I delusional, or did he just run right into us? I'm going to disengage real quick, because I want to just restore this a little bit. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this might actually be a little bit problematic, because as you can no doubt tell, we have a battle advantage. What? Really? We have a battle advantage of -2. I don't know why that is. I'm kind of worried now. I think we should be fine, because we have horse archers. Horse archers generally are the best unit to go for if you want high kill death. So, you know, high kills, low deaths. So it's going to be maybe possible. I mean, let's... Whoa, did you see that shot? I didn't either. It was complete luck. Wow, that was pretty crazy. Okay, yeah, anyway. Let's just see if I can do a little bit of extra damage here. I literally just want to do some damage. I don't really care about getting kills at this point. I just want to weaken the opponent a little bit. Okay, it seems like my fellows are doing a perfectly fine job. Let's try and kill this guy, because I think that's the... isn't that the enemy... That is the enemy king, I think. Yeah, he's rallying right now. Let's just shoot that guy in the face. Shoot this guy. He's... wait a minute. Am I actually delivering 0 damage, or is he absorbing all of that? Because I'm not entirely sure. Because there is a trait, I believe, that allows them to absorb damage in some way or another. So it might very well be that that is the case, because this guy, I seem to remember, is very difficult to eliminate. As you can quite clearly tell by the swarm of units. Oh, never mind. He's been taken out. Okay. Yeah, but he had a lot of HP at the very least. Okay, so can I take him prisoner? I don't know. I think he probably escaped. Yeah. Seems like he escaped. Okay. That's actually a real shame. Because if I was able to take him prisoner, then that would have been fantastic and I would have gotten that quest done. But seems like I wasn't lucky enough today. Anyway, we're going to be going into Iron Hills Quarry probably in the next episode. And that will be it for this one. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.